So guys, you can see here they've got some firewood ready for the winter. I have to say guys, today it's bitterly cold. It's just bitter. It feels about minus. Just show you the shop over here. Quite quaint and old. So everywhere you look, in these wooden village houses, you'll see all the firewood piled up for winter. So today, it's a Unity Day. What does that mean? Well, it's another national holiday. Okay, we're going to go for a trot up here. It looks quite empty. So many people up there. And I have to say guys, it is bloody freezing today. It really is bloody freezing. I think it's about 0, but with the wind chill, it's even colder. Oh no, so we've got a dog running towards us now, so let's hope the little bastard doesn't bite me. It's looking a bit hungry. Now look at this, this is very nice looking windows there, look at that. Quite a nice doorway there as well. So this is a walk not too far from my home. And look at that, that's quite funky. Look at those windows there. Would you like to live in a house like this all winter when it's about minus 40 outside? So guys, I am absolutely freezing today. It's with the wind chill, it's about minus 10. And it's getting a bit cold, and we've also got the start of the snow. There's a snow shower coming down. So I think by tonight there could be maybe a couple of inches of snow. So yeah, more very fancy ornate windows there. What do we think? And quite an old house there and gate. Over here we've got the backs of this house, this street, so it's more like back gardens over there. And my God, it is cold today. It is really cold today. So what you see in Russia is generally you'll have a house like this, ancient. Right next door you'll have a brand new modern brick built thing. So this looks like it's going to be worth quite a few quid. So we've got a great big house there with about 2 or 3 floors. A load of space at the back, and this looks like a garage. And this is brick built as well. And just across the way, God knows what that is, some sort of shed. Must be very old. And as you can see, it's moved a bit on its foundations. So one thing I will say about the bin collection here, let me just show you the bins. So this is a bin man in Russia, and he's working, believe it or not, on a bank holiday. So today it's Unity Day. And of course, the bin men work every day in Russia. They do a bloody good job too. So I'm not too sure how far we're gonna walk today because it's just freezing. It really is freezing. Look at this random tyre in the middle of nowhere. I think it's probably to cover a well. So I'm guessing there would have been a well for water, but now it's covered up for safety. And of course, Russian safety means you put a tyre on top and that's it. Oh, good God, it is cold today. Now look at this shack here. Really wouldn't mind one of these for myself. So how much would one of these go for? Well, when you get out of town, they can be really cheap. And I'm talking a few £1,000s. I've seen village houses in the middle of nowhere, basically £2,000 or £4,000, which is not a bad price, really not a bad price. Oh God. Wonder if this is another stray dog. Sometimes you can tell these stray dogs because they have a tag on their ear. I don't know, we're going to walk all the way down there to the forest. What do we think? This is quite funky blue colour. I bet that's got quite a bit of land behind it there. Now over this side, just nothing. Got a few tyres here to mark out the edge of the road. Oh, it is cold. Bloody freezing today. So guys, if I had the choice, shit, the bin man's coming my way. Would I live in one of these houses or an apartment? Or probably one of these village houses. Let's see if the bin man runs me over or what. Yeah, so one thing I can't complain about in Russia is the bin service. So they come every single day of the year. Birmingham, eat your heart out. Now these houses here look quite funky. I mean, look at this. It goes right the way back there. This one's really pretty too. Look at the colours there. And that is palatial. Look at that. Love the design of the windows up on top there. Quite nice though, it's got the trees outside for a bit of privacy too. And then this thing across the roof there, that looks quite nice. Reminds me of when I was down in Sochi or somewhere. That house is going to be worth quite a few quid, good few million rubles. So guys, I knew it was going to be cold today, but I didn't know it was going to be quite this cold. It's literally freezing. So guys, yeah, how cold is it today? Well, I forgot my gloves, I forgot my scarf. Survivable, bear in mind, I've got a t-shirt, a bloody big thick wool sweater, and a padded coat on as well. So, are we going to go down to the forest? What do we think? Maybe. Right, just give the lens a quick clean. So you can see the ice on the floor here, even though it's only November, still ice on the floor. Can't be much fun working up there at this time of day, this time of the year. Right, let's head over this side and have a look at these houses here. So let me do a quick 360 just so you can see how remote this is. So we're on the edge of the town here. We're probably about 20 minutes from the centre by car. So it's not really rural, it's just sort of edge of town, village. But with the snow and the cold today, my God. I'm wondering whether to have a trot around the forest. I've actually got a tractor there. And over here, someone's got the firewood ready for winter. Very nice indeed. A lot of firewood there. So one thing with some of the houses out here is you don't always get a full set of services. So depending on where you are, you might not get running water, gas or electric. It's very haphazard. As for water, a lot of people used to have wells and you can just filter your own water then. Most people now have an electric pump, which is a lot more use, and then they throw that into a tank, then filter it. Oh God, these dogs are looking hungry today. I think we need to feed some dogs. That's a quite nice looking house, but it looks like it needs a bit of something put on the exterior. And the gardens sort of look a bit of a mess this time of year. Right, are we going to trot down this way or what? What way are we going to go? One thing I will say is just how quiet it is. Maybe because of the weather or because we're in the middle of nowhere, but it's really, really quiet. As for neighbours, hooligans, you don't really get that, it's just too quiet. Ooh. So this Neva here has got AK-47 on the back. House doesn't look too bad either. Oh my good God. I'm not sure if we're going to just maybe go through the forest because it might be quite muddy. Then maybe we'll go up onto the roads and go home. So is this a rubbish dump or what I wonder, or is the guy just picking up more rubbish here? Now these are quite nice, these houses, look at that, the colour of that. Inside they're going to be probably very nice. This one especially, it's a bit of a shame outside looks so rough. And the house itself looks rather good. This one's quite a dark colour, you don't see this very often, this colour. Oh hey. So the plan, guys, is to get in the forest, go for a quick walk around the forest, and then we'll head home, get some food for dinner tonight. So it's that time of year now where it starts to get really, really bitter on the streets in Russia. So we're on what, a couple of days into November, and it's already starting to snow. So these houses look quite decent. They could be, well, these houses look quite nice. They could be literally anywhere. One thing I love about villages like this is that every single house is different from its neighbour. So guys, local rubbish dump. Let's go over that way. We'll have a quick look and then we're gonna probably go through that way through to the forest. I don't think I've walked down this path before, to be honest. Now, the last few weeks it's been getting quite muddy, but I think today with the cold it's probably frozen up a little bit. But this is what you call bitter. With the wind chill it's -10. And remember guys, we're 1,000 miles east of Moscow here. No Moscow pussies for us. Now I'm hoping we can just sneak back into the forest. But what do you think of these houses here? These look quite posh indeed. Very, very nice. So hopefully we can get in the forest somewhere this way. One thing I always forget in Russia is which side the bloody cars come on, because you just keep forgetting. So, Russian forest guys. Russian forest. So let's have a little trot through the middle of the forest. I'm not sure how muddy it's going to be. So guys, this looks a bit run down. And I think we're going to go. Which way are we going to go? Don't like any of the paths that way. Look at that. Snow's coming down now. Oh my God, that looks like people up there. Look up there guys, so you got what looks like people, but it's not, it's a couple of dummies. Couple of dummies in Russia. What do we think of this house? This looks a bit crazy. There'll be some sort of axe murderer living there, definitely. Okay, so the forest is starting to get a little bit frozen. Okay guys, which way are we going to go now? Let's see. I think we're going to head through the middle of the forest just because it'll be maybe a bit more private and more interesting, and then we'll see where we get to. So, the forest is not too bad today, and there's quite a few people out. You do have to be careful where you walk, although it's not completely icy at the moment. It's only a little touch of frost on the path. So guys, would you like to walk through a forest like this, 1,000 miles east of Moscow? What do we think? Let's zoom out and let's take it in so you can see what it looks like. So the snow's coming down very slightly. And what can I say? So today, Unity Day, Tuesday, is the 4th of November. And how it works is Russians will work on the Saturday before it and then they'll be given the Monday off in lieu. So that's how it works generally for a lot of bank holidays here. You'll find that people will work Saturday. Quite magical in a forest like this, it really is. Sometimes feels really magical. You look at the trees, how big they are. So would you feel safe in a forest like this? So in my opinion, the only dangerous thing here is going to be a babushka shouting at you. There's going to be very little else in terms of danger. I mean, if you go outside the city, there is a chance you could run into a bear, so that's one danger. And also in the countryside, you've got another little danger, which is ticks. And these ticks in this region carry tick-borne encephalitis, which is not something you want to get. So what do we think? How nice is it here? I feel, I have to say, I feel quite warm now. I don't feel cold. I don't know if it's the forest or the fact that I'm wrapped up like the Michelin Man. But I feel quite toasty. So I think we're going to go through other side of the forest and go for a walk home. I think what we're going to eat tonight. So there's bits of mud here and there, so you do have to be a little bit careful. Now, which way are we going to go for a trot? Let's go this way. Oh, hey. So the snow's coming down now, I'm not too sure. So we've got the snow coming down now, I'm not too sure how long it's going to come down for, if it's going to stick today, but my guess is on an inch or two of snow by the morning. And one thing I'm going to talk about is live streaming. So at the moment I can't actually live stream because there's no mobile internet. In the city at least, what I found the other day when I was outside the city is that in the rural places there's some internet. So we lost internet in about June or July this year after we were attacked, and it hasn't come back on, which is a bit of a nuisance because it makes doing a lot of things very difficult. Once you leave home, you can't check your email, no social media, no messages, you can't check your bank, so it's quite difficult. So they did turn a few things on maybe about a month or so ago, but it's only Russian services, so like the local equivalent of Amazon, some government services, local taxi network, basically our version of Uber. But everything else is completely off, so there's no live streaming, no YouTube, nothing like that. I have to say it's been quite a nice walk today. It's quite pleasant indeed. And with the snow coming down now, does this look magical or what? I haven't really walked here for, I don't know, a few weeks because being so busy, you sometimes forget to go for a walk. Okay, let's zoom out here a bit. So we've still got this fallen tree here, never mind the fact that it might fall on your head. So it's been like this for, I don't know, probably about a year. And nobody has ever got round to chopping it down. So let's hope it doesn't fall on our head there. Here we go. You can imagine in England or somewhere that would be chopped down probably immediately, even in Moscow. But here, well, life's different. A little bit muddy underfoot here. Although it's going to be much worse soon. Once it snows and it's total sheet of ice here, then it's going to be really dangerous. So guys, quite pleasant here today. If you're wrapped up and you're in the middle of the forest, it actually feels quite alright. So tough mudder, eat your heart out. Though soon all this mud is going to be frozen with multiple layers of ice and snow on the top. And it's going to be really dangerous. Guys, over here we've got a horse you can rent out, but not many people out today. And after this we've got like a selfie booth here. 200 rubles. I'm not sure if it spits out like a little Polaroid or something after it. So this is quite nice. This was built a few years ago. And here guys is the lake. So very soon it'll be possible to skate on this lake. So over there it says katok, which means skate. So as you can see, it's already starting to get a bit cold, there's bits of ice. And very soon, maybe about after another month, people are going to be skating on this. And the hut up there is where you can rent out skates. So, would you like to live here, guys? So compared to where I grew up, this is literally like being on the moon sometimes. You can see it's, we've got a forest here, and this pond is going to be a skating lake very soon. And that, guys, is about it for today. So guys, that's about it for today. I'll see you all next time. Bye.